So this person was just randomly hiking in the woods and they came across this on the trail. Yep, that's right. Someone built a tree house for poo. That's right, a Pooh Bear treehouse. I don't understand how this is even a thing, but somebody literally went out of their way to make this a possibility. It's actually pretty cute and really random. Next up, we got a friend who was working in recycling and found a diary from 1941. Can you imagine finding a diary from 1941? It belonged to a schoolboy and it had a bunch of stuff inside, like pictures and stamps, and of course, the schoolboy's diary. It makes no sense, but in 1941, they had way better handwriting than I did. My handwriting stinks. But it doesn't stop there, because imagine if you're walking on the beach and you find this beautiful piece of art. Now, it's a glass ball, but somehow became a part of a small marine ecosystem with a ton of ocean life that's living inside the ball and outside the ball. It's sort of interesting because, as you guys can see, like, it literally feels like you're holding a piece of the ocean, when in reality, it's just a crystal ball. Crazy. Imagine one day you're gonna go mow the lawn and you run into this. That's right, little baby rabbits in the lawn that you were literally about to start mowing. You would have had a slaughterhouse of rabbits. That would have been an absolute mess and incredibly sad, as these rabbits are the few rabbits out there that don't burrow at all. They just try to find areas they can just nest above ground because they don't go underground, which is actually pretty interesting because these are cottontail rabbits. And I don't even know where you would even find rabbits like this, but here in Miami, we definitely don't have cute little rabbits like this very often. And we definitely don't have them above grass just chilling like this, because people would definitely adopt them really quickly. Now, at first when I saw this, I was like, what the heck? This girl found a piece of poop, but in reality, it's not a long piece of poop. It's actually a sword. That's right. This 8-year-old girl found a sword from the Iron Age in Lake Vidostan. Estimated to be around 1,500 years old, it is the first sword of its kind to ever be found in Scandinavia, which is absolutely insane because she just randomly found it swimming, which is, how does this little girl just find a sword? I don't understand that at all. I don't understand how a little girl's just swimming. She's like, Dad, look, I found a sword. Shing! She found this huge sword. But yeah, that's actually a thing. Doesn't make no sense to me, boys. I don't know how that's possible. What also makes no sense is that this little kid found a seashell with squid eggs inside. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a squid egg. And this is what they look like. And to be honest, they look pretty cute. Not gonna lie. Squids look incredibly cute in their little tiny eggs. And honestly, squids in themselves are pretty cool looking. But to find it in a seashell that you just have, that you picked up out of the ocean, to find squid eggs, there's a mom squid out there panicking about her squid baby. So I hope they put it back at least and didn't do something weird like eat it. That would have been so sad. Speaking of sad, imagine finding a crayfish this tiny. By the way, crayfish are delicious to eat, but this is a small, tiny blue crayfish. Now, hopefully, I think legally, he had to put this thing back, because it is absolutely tiny. If I was him, I would have most likely kept the crayfish and grew it to be like my pet, because that is freaking awesome. Like a blue crayfish, like the color blue of this crayfish that this person found in the mountains of West Virginia is insane. Like, that is a crazy color blue, which makes you think, can fish see colors? Regardless, this person found an incredibly large pebble at the beach. Now, I don't know if you guys see this pebble, but that is not a pebble, all right? That is a super perfect circular alien life form. There is no, how is it possible that a random pebble you find on the beach is this perfect? I'm telling you, there's it's like a perfect circle. That's trippy. I'm telling you, that's a little weird. If you ask me, that's super types of strange, almost like magical. Speaking of magical, look at this next picture. This daughter found a branch and uses it as her wand. I wonder why she uses it as a wand. It literally looks like a wand. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a prop in Harry Potter and we're just getting bamboozled here, because this looks way too perfect to be a random branch that you found in the world. Because how is it possible to find a branch that's so perfect? It has like all the perfect like markings to make it feel magical too, which makes it that much more special. Speaking of special, imagine being this guy in Arkansas who found a quartz rock that is worth $4 million. $4 million for a piece of rock. Bro, what? Imagine just digging and one day, bam, you find this bad boy. $4 million worth of quartz. I don't even know. How would you even protect this from someone stealing it? I feel like you leave this over there overnight, someone's gonna yoink this thing. $4 million. Now, what would you make out of this big quartz rock? I feel like somebody would want this entire thing just to have on their lawn to say like, yeah, you see that rock? I paid $4 million. That's an ultimate flex, by the way. Literally an ultimate flex. Speaking of ultimate flex, this isn't gonna cost you $4 million, but it's definitely something you wanna take home. This is a transparent leaf. I'm not even sure how this is possible or how someone can even find it because it's technically transparent. So how would you even see it? Regardless, this person along their hike found this transparent leaf. And as you guys can see, you can see through this leaf, which is crazy because you can even see all the little branches within the leaf or the stem, which makes it even that much more enjoyable to look at because not only is it transparent, but you can also see that this leaf is healthy and living and thriving, even though it's sort of transparent. Weird, right? Speaking of weird things, if you ever go to your grandparents' house, you're most likely gonna find some weird things. I was just at my grandma's house just the other day for her 82nd birthday, and let me tell you, it was great catching up with her and hanging out. And in doing so, she wanted me to set up her Christmas tree. And upon setting up her Christmas tree, I had to go in the attic, and let me tell you, there was some wild stuff up there. But not as wild as this calculator that was found in someone's great-grandmother's attic. Now, this is an old school calculator. This is apparently the magic brain calculator, and you can only add to it. It can only do addition, which is pretty awesome because, no, it can add, subtract, and multiply, but it says how to add only. I didn't see at the bottom. It says add, subtract, multiply, which is actually insane. So this is really old school though. Like no one ever uses, if you brought this calculator to school, oh my God, you would get made fun of so quickly, but I bet this calculator is worth a lot of money. So I hope they saved it and didn't throw it away. Speaking of lots of money, this rock has a rock inside of it. Yeah, that's right. Don't think this rock is worth as much as $4 million or anywhere as close as the calculator we just saw. But regardless, this is a pretty cool sight to see. This is a rock that has a rock. So somehow a rock was formed, and on the outside of that rock, another rock was formed, thus creating a rock within a rock, which sounds like an art piece. The rock within the rock. It sounds cool when you say it like that, but in reality, I hope someone kept it because I don't even know how that would even happen. Think about it. How would that happen? That would be weird. Speaking of weird, this person found this under the floorboards in an 1800s era house. I don't even want to know what this is. Is this for a wrist? What is this for? That is like a torture device. That is scary. That has needles. I would not be touching that with my bare hands. That is trippy. How is it, by the way, not even rusted? I have a lot of questions, and I'm starting to think this might be real or fake, unless it's like real silver, which then silver I don't think rusts, or I don't know. I don't know how this is possible. How is it possible you find a device that isn't all rusty and nasty after that many years? That would be weird.